Hello and welcome back to Rich Tech. Today I'm going to help some of you who may have wanted to do Magsafe repairs and have encountered a difficulty in the preparation of this rubber junction. This is the point at which the cable meets the charger body, and most people have found it a challenge to return a Magsafe charger to such a condition. You'll find this in various YouTube videos, or people have shown that you can always bypass this, or you do some funny connections here using tape and such a thing, and those ones don't look neat. You may have seen my videos and you've seen that all my repairs end up with the connections looking as good as this. So I'm going to show you how to prepare this junction so that the next time you repair a Magsafe charger, you do not end up having funny connections here, or you have no challenges. Stay tuned. Now, in my repairs, I use different kinds of these junctions, and depending on the easier way to prepare one, and also on the availability, the end result should be something like this: a rubber junction which both ends are open and free, through which you can thread your cable and have such a finish. Now, these junctions come in various shapes and sizes. This one is for the old type Magsafe chargers. It's short and stubby and also too hard. It's more of a plastic rather than rubber. Then we have this. You find these in modern chargers. You can see this end. I want you to concentrate on that end. The wires come out of the body of the plastic. One side is plastic, the other side is rubber, and this join at the middle here. So these wires appear to come out of the plastic itself, and this plastic is one whole piece. Then we have this kind of rubber junction. This is interesting. I don't know if you can see that, but there seems to be two plastic these parts. One inside plastic portion contains or holds the wires, while the outer one is like the casing. This is different from this other one. Then we have this kind of junction. I've shown you that, the old type. Then we have this kind of junction. This is found in replacement chargers. It's all rubber and it's shorter from on the back side as compared to this. It's shorter. And then we have this kind of junction. See this, it has no extension at the back, and the wires come out of the junction itself from this other side. These are mainly found in replacement chargers, and to be honest, even though these chargers which have these junctions are of poor quality, I prefer to use these junctions because they are easy to use. They are usually very presentable, and these fake chargers, most of these fake chargers use such kind of junctions. The people who counterfeit or use this or make these fake chargers like to have nice junctions which can be seen on the outside to look presentable and nice, so that when you buy a charger like this and you see that junction is presentable, looks clean and nice, you can buy the charger and have faith. But all this is to hoodwink someone who is buying a fake charger. Now let's get down to the preparation of these junctions. Start with this, which you don't need to do anything. If you have a fake charger, you'll probably have this kind of junction. And for this kind of junction, it's good the way it is. The cable is nice, the junction is good. The only thing you need to do is to make sure you cut these wires so that you have this kind of length remaining, and leave them attached to the junction. Don't do anything here because this is already presentable. And this is the other end of the cable. You can see this is a fake charger. this portion is coming out of the connector. So you can either cut this and use it with another connector in your repairs, or you can repair this, the whole of this portion, which I'll try to do for this connector and cable. Now that's the easiest. You do nothing on this side. Here you can connect a new connector or repair the damage here. So that's simple. The next simplest is this. I told you this is also from a fake charger. So this one, for this I usually just pull using a long nose plier. I pull the cable out. As you can see, it comes out so easily, and then I cut off the cable that I do not need. On this side I cut some distance from the junction itself. After doing that, then I pull this end. As you can see, it comes out so easily. A small piece of rubber may remain inside there, but this is easy work. If you have like a drill bit or anything, you can push it in here and remove the remaining portion of the rubbers inside. Using the drill bit, you can push the remaining part of the rubber insulation out. It comes out that perfectly. Now this is easy to use, or is ready for use. All you need is a cable which you can thread through this portion, and you are good to go. So that's simple. You can use that. That's a profitable use of these fake chargers. They have good parts, so easy parts to use. Now the next, I'm going from the simplest to the most difficult. The next kind of junction is this one for the old Magsafe chargers. These ones are no longer used, but it's easy to remove the cable. As you can see, this one came out so easily. There was nothing much to it. You just pull the cable out. The next kind of junction to use is this. I showed you earlier, it has two plastic parts behind here. The center one contains the wires. The outer one contains or holds the center one. So how do you prepare this? For this, you have to pull the wires out one by one. Pull them from this side. See, that one is out. I'll pull out this other one. It is out. As you can see, on this side the wires have come out too. After that, you now hold this inner rubber insulation and pull it out. And that simple process gives you an almost complete junction. Now what remains is this inner plastic portion which was holding the wires. For this, you need something like a long piece of metal, like this screw. I've just improvised this. I usually put it inside here, and then I place this somewhere so that I can hit the sides of this until the metal starts to push on the inner plastic. Let me show you that. And what I do is that I use my long nose plier. I hold it that way, then I hit it somewhere hard. I hit it this way. I do not want to hit the table, the bench. I usually hit it on a hard surface, and the metal screw pushes on this inner plastic, and as you can see, it's coming out. I can continue hitting on it until most of it comes out. Now, once a large portion of this plastic has come out, you can just now pull it easily out with our long nose pliers. That's it. Now it leaves you a nice connector, and you can now pull out the screw. If it sticks, you can always rotate it out. That's it. I like this best because of this depression in here. When I'm repairing these junctions, I usually have such bare wires, and if I have such a junction which is sunken, then the bare wires can settle in that space where this plastic was, and so they are more protected and insulated. So that's a complete junction. Now the last kind of junction we are going to prepare is this. This one is difficult. As you can see, the wires are coming out of the plastic board itself, and this one needs a drill. You connect your bit, of course one which is strong enough, preferably one which can drill through metal, and then you drill through here. And be careful not to drill at an angle. If you drill at an angle, you will get the drill bit coming out of the side. You want it to go through the way up to this portion. So I'm going to show you how to do that. You have quite a number of junctions which you can use. You hold these junctions using a pair of pliers so as to hold it firmly. Then you're going to drill in between these two wires where they come out. Now you can trim off these pieces of plastic using your razor, and you get a neat hole through the rubber junction. Your cable will go through here and come out through this other side. That's how you make your junctions, by drilling. And that's how you can turn such rubber junctions into such nice and perfect pieces, which you can then thread into your cables and end up with such a perfect finish when you are doing your Magsafe repairs. Once again, if you like such content, consider subscribing, liking and sharing. Also, give me your comments. I'd like to know what you think about this. Happy repairs.